Today we are in Mt Vernon. Talk to Mr BBS.
Hello everyone, how you doing?
BBS stands for?
Better Business Solution. I'm a better business solution for your needs.
And guess what, guys? Mt Vernon, it's bouncing back. Mt Vernon is moving forward. Tons of business are coming back to Mt Vernon. They're investing in Mt Vernon. They're bringing money here. They're buying houses. They're opening stores. They're doing all sort of things. And proof is in the pudding. Mm-hmm. In Mt Vernon, sales tax revenues went up. And when that goes up, it means a lot of sales is going on.
Yep.
Money's coming in.
Yep. Exactly.
This was one of the only city in Westchester County, at least lower Westchester County, where the sales revenue went up. Did you know that?
I know today.
You know it today.
Yep.
So it's a clear sign that Mt Vernon is moving
It's
forward.
moving forward. Mm-hmm.
It's a clear sign that people are coming to Mt Vernon, invest in business. Now, Mr. BBS, as they call you. Hey, by the way, guys, this hat was made right here. If you want one of those, you come down here and get one. What's the address?
32 East 1st Street in Mt Vernon, New York.
In Mt Vernon, New York. Phone number?
914-664-0316.
So all your printing needs can be solved in one single place.
Branding needs.
Not
just printing.
Branding and printing?
Branding and printing.
That's
Even
it.
though printing is part of branding technically, so it's all
Okay, so
branding.
one roof, you can have everything that you need to brand your company or your organization and print any type of shirts, hats, anything you want. Come down here, talk to Mr. BBS, and he will tell you everything. Now, tell me a little bit about you. You look like you're 25.
I wish.
How old?
I'll be 40 at the end of the year.
God damn. 40, 58. He looks like he's 25. I look like I'm 32.
Well, when we do business, it keeps us young.
Yeah, that's it.
That's what it is.
That's the key. That's
you
it.
work for yourself, you stay young.
But tell me about you. How did you decide to open this business?
Well, make a long story short, when I was younger, I kind of had dreams of being in music, just like a lot of these young guys out here. And after I got a little older, I realized that wasn't going to work for me, but I gained a lot of connections trying to do it. And I realized how hard it was for me to be able to do these things for myself. So I said, why not be able to provide this service for other people that might be wanting to be able to do the same thing I wanted to do? And that's how I started. And then it just spread from there.
And you started. If you knew then what you know now, would you have done exactly the same?
I'd have done it sooner.
You guys heard it.
I would definitely done it sooner.
Most people, the answer that I would get from most people is definitely I would do the same thing. But when they tell you I would have done it sooner, that means they're super happy and no regrets whatsoever. Happy with what he did. Now, what about Mt Vernon? How you feel about Mt Vernon today?
Mt Vernon, I think, has come a long way from where we were in the past. Mt Vernon has always been a city about money.
I don't want to cut you off. When you say Mt Vernon in the past, what past are we talking about?
When I was younger. That's what when I say the past, I mean maybe 20 years ago.
Okay.
Mt Vernon has always been about money, but Mt Vernon has always been a small, tight community. So whatever the demographics of the people in the area are doing is usually where the city goes into that direction. So when I was growing up, music was a big deal. And because music was a big deal, a lot of the Mt Vernon younger crowd were going into that direction. And at that time, you had a lot of, gangster music was the thing of the time. So a lot of Mt Vernon was all about being a gangster. Nowadays, we're all about helping the community, helping the youth. With everything changing with technology and all these different things, there's a lot more opportunities for the youth and the people. So because of that, people are more educating themselves. They're more wanting to be entrepreneurs and things of this nature. And this is opening doors for a lot of people in Mt Vernon to do different things and better themselves.
Well, what you said was so right. Years ago, because of the music, the gang style music, people were channeling their energy I wouldn't say the wrong direction, because I don't think the music is the wrong direction, but sometimes for you to get from point A to point B, which was the musical industry, you had to go through a whole bunch of things that maybe you didn't want to be in.
You still got to do that now,
right?
There's other options.
Exactly. But now we see young people like you funneling their energy into being business people, where that negativity is no longer there. You just work hard, you get some money, you get some loans, you have a good plan, and then you execute your plan. So it's less dangerous, I would think, but I could be wrong.
No, I mean, it definitely is less dangerous. But what I will say, especially for a lot of people out there that want to do music and different things of that nature, the thing about business is it gives you more control of your situation. When you're going into music or jobs, they're all the same. You're listening to someone else telling you what they want you to do for the money that you're making. With business, you kind of like make your own decisions, and you can fail and succeed and learn on your own. So there's no one trying to force you to do anything. So when you actually get what you're looking for, it's a lot happier. You're a lot happier with what you're doing because you actually did it on your own.
Exactly. And when you're in business, you can tell people what to do instead of them telling
true
you what
too.
to do.
That is a fact.
That's what I like the best.
That's heavy advantage.
But you have more chances, and you can live a healthier life. I don't mean healthier in the sense of health.
In every way.
But in every way. Okay. Now, if I was an investor in Mount Vernon, or let's not say invested in Mount Vernon. If I was an investor,
okay,
and I'm looking for a place to invest, what do you think Mount Vernon is right now? Is it the right place?
I think Mount Vernon is a great place. The thing about Mount Vernon is the untapped potential. There's a lot of spaces in Mount Vernon that's vacant. There's a lot of opportunity in Mount Vernon, but people have to be able to see the opportunity. A lot of people see, when they see minority communities and different things of that, they think crime. But what most people don't understand is these are the communities that spend the most amount of money when it comes to anything. This is where the money comes from. So the more businesses and opportunities they open in these communities, not only can more money that the investors can make, but the more potential for those communities, which means the communities can grow more, which means more income can come to the communities, which means more investors are making money. So this is definitely the perfect place to start investing.
Yes, you said something that clicked my mind, which I think it's wrong, okay? And I think that mindsets need to be changed. We need to change how people outside our circle, let's just for sake of arguments, black community, white community. Okay, a lot of people see a community that has tons of blacks, which a community that has a much higher potential for crime. We need to change that. And Mount Vernon is a good example. Okay, crime, even though some groups trying to play it in a way that it's not correct, but crime in Mount Vernon is down.
Yes, it is.
Okay,
a lot.
It's down, but crime will always exist. Unfortunately, that's society. Okay, but crime is down. Do you think nowadays, a lot of people might say, I don't want to go to Mount Vernon, crime, blah, blah, blah. You think crime is an issue now in Mount Vernon?
I mean, crime will always be an issue in anywhere where you have poverty. But I don't think it's an issue where people shouldn't feel comfortable coming here. Normally, crime is in specific areas that those type of situations happen, but it's very limited. The police department has done a very good job on giving more opportunities and things to do with the residents, so crime is very much down. And I think, like you said, it's just all about educating the people on their opportunities and the things that they can do for themselves that will be able to eliminate a lot of these situations.
Okay, so just to end this interview, because interviews for the social media cannot be too long. Attention span, people, let's go to the next. Mr BBS, any suggestions, recommendation, clues for our people of Mount Vernon? Let's say a young guy wants to start a business. What is your recommendation?
My recommendation for anybody who wants to start a business is believe in yourself and educate yourself. A lot of people, they have the belief, but they just jump into things, and then when it's not successful, they get depressed. I always suggest people to investigate the things that you want to do. Learn as much as you can every day on the things that you want, so that when you start to make these moves, you can actually see the steps and see how they're working for you or not working for you, and you can switch them up. But education is the biggest part that I think that people need to focus on. Learn your craft and master your craft, and you can master your money.
Good enough. And on that note, let me tell you that Mount Vernon, New York, is moving forward with or without you. So our suggestion is come to Mount Vernon, invest in Mount Vernon, and move forward with Mount Vernon. On
That's
that
a
note,
fact.
it's a fact, right?
That's a fact.
On that note, we end up this interview. Until next time.
Peace.